Hi guys, Rick here from 76. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. We're not talking about one of our products. We're going to be talking about the bull bar that we have on our cruiser, which is an Offroad Creative bull bar. A few special things about these bull bars, and the reason why we went with them in the beginning was this here, all the sandy taut paint on this bull bar here is aluminium. It's 5mm Ali, and you've got a steel bash plate, or the winch cradle, the essential mounting points are all steel, and you've got a bash plate included, which is steel as well. These bull bars come in at 50 kilos, obviously without the winch in it, which is just massively light for what it is. Also the styling looks fantastic as well. We obviously got no hoop. You can get a hoop version on these. So we love this bull bar, we really do. But when we saw the guys at Offroad Creative had released a new bull bar, we kind of started humming and hawing, and we really like the look of the new version. There's a few critical differences on them, and you can probably just notice straight away looking at it. One, you've got the LED bar that goes all the way across, whereas we've got two small ones here. They've also, you won't be able to tell now because I don't have the winch plate set up on it, but the winch on the new bull bar, instead of sitting upright like this, it actually rotates down, which then gives you a lot more room for mounting the winch, as well as having the extra LED light bar in there as well. And probably the most obvious thing is the side fill lights, which I think are fantastic for off-road use, that kind of stuff. And you can tilt them down so you can still run them without interfering with people on the roads, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, we decided just to go for it. They're not a cheap bull bar, but like, it is Aussie made, 100% Aussie made. Brad and his designs are just next level, and so we just bit the bullet. We got this one before Chrissy. It was meant to go down to paint, but I just ran out of time, and the paint shops all closed up for the Chrissy break, so which is fair enough. So this will be getting 2-packed in the next couple of weeks, so hopefully end of Jan we'll have it on the car. And we'll go again a matching color tone, so it'll be the sandy taupe, so it'll be sandy on sandy with the textured black for the bash plate and that kind of stuff, and winch mount. But yeah, so that's the new bull bar for the 70 series from Offroad Creative. They do a tube version. I will have one of those available soon to look at as well, so we'll get some footage on that. We'll be fitting one up to one of our mates' cars and helping him out with that, so we'll be able to see that, and that comes in the textured version, which is also pretty cool. So if you're not into the color coding or matching them, they do supply them standard in a texture. If you do want to color code them, you do need to let Offroad Creative know so that they can give you a satin powder coat on it, and then that'll go down to the paint shop and they'll prime that up, sand it back, get rid of all the little blemishes from the powder coating, and get it all schmick. As 2-pack should be. So yeah, but that's the new bull bar from the guys there. This one weighs in at 49 kilos, so that includes the winch cradle, the steel bash plate, all steel mounting hardware, and the aluminium bar itself. So I mean, this thing just, I mean, like, that's it. It's just so light. It's ridiculous, and that's with the LED bars in it. So yeah, honestly, you know, with all the GVM issues and all the extra weight that people are putting on their vehicles these days, saving on an alley bar like this is just incredible amount of saving. I mean, some of these guys are running up to 90 kilos, 90 to 100 plus with a winch in the bull bar, being all steel and stuff. Yes, they're super strong, I get it, but these are 5mm Ali. They've got serious reinforcement through the back of them. It's all folded. It's laser cut folded technology, all designed in AutoCAD, and they are fully compliant, ADR compliant as well. So, you know, all the dirty work's been done. These will be, your insurance will be able to cover them. Your car will be insured when using these bull bars. So, and like I say, made here in Queensland on the Gold Coast. So, I mean, you can't go past it. It's just, yeah. And it looks amazing. I personally think the facelift on this, and we get so many comments with this, like so many people walk up to us with the old style, if we're at Bribey or Double Island or wherever we're driving around, we always get people pull up and say, man, that's the best looking front end on a 70 we've seen. So if you're after to make them look a little bit prettier, because they're not exactly the prettiest car, the Offroad Creative Bull Bar really does give you that, you know, that stylish sort of feel on it. So, but yeah, so that's how it goes. So yeah, so what I'll do is I'll do a few more vids on this as we do the whole stage, and we'll fit up and everything, do the fit up and everything, and go through it all. But yeah, this is just the beginning. So I have got to do a little bit of modification to this one. I have some extensions for it, and I'll go through those now just to show you. If you're running a neg 25 offset on your wheels like I do, you'll find that the front guides, you have to have around a 25 to 30 mil extension on them to stop the stones flying up or damaging your paint and everything like that, and also to keep the vehicle legal. You can't have tire poke without it being covered. So Brad and the team there from Offroad Creative got some side extension flares for me, and because it was a last minute thing, they didn't get it. They obviously got it powder coated, and it was a bit too late for them to sort of sand it back and weld them up. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully my TIG welding skills are up to scratch, and I don't ruin this bull bar. So yeah, but yeah, I'll run you guys through that, and yeah, let's check it out and see what these extensions look like. So that's the flare extension I was talking about. It's made from 3mm aluminium, laser cut and folded, and it will require all of these areas to be, these fold and laser cuts here, to be welded up and then sanded back flush. So how this lines up, it's like I say, it's pretty much a direct replica of the edge of the bull bar, and as you can see as well, just at a glance, this older version is identical to the new version. So these extensions will work with the older bull bars as well, if you do happen to have one. But yeah, so you can see that lines up pretty well there. So that'll just basically need to be tacked up into spot, make sure it's all in alignment, and then we'll just fill it up with weld, and then sand it back clean so that it flows all flush. I don't know if you can tell from the camera angle here, but the flare extension comes down here. You sort of see in light my finger there. So this butts out around 30 mils, which pretty much lines up here, and with this flare extension, which basically it just gives you that finished product, you know, like it feels like it all flows, and you don't have all these bolt-on bits that don't line up. So if you're in the market for one of the Offroad Creative bull bars for your 70 Series Cruiser, and you are running the neg 25 offset on your wheels, it's probably worth speaking to the guys, hitting Brad up and just saying, look, can I get the extension added on before any powder coat? And at least that way you've got a nice flowing bull bar which lines up with your flares and stuff like that. Now, not everyone does run the neg 25s. They're not super popular for some unknown reason, but if you aren't and you don't need these, you can actually see that they line up perfectly with the standard factory flares as well. So yeah, so this is probably the part that I'm not looking forward to doing. Obviously, you know, I'm not the best TIG welder out, so yeah, we'll see how this goes, and we'll go from there. I have now finished tacking up the extensions on both sides. This is the last side I've just finished up here. Have a quick look at that. So that's sort of like just in place now. I've put tacks all around it, so it's not going to move once I start welding it up. There's quite a few gaps in it, so really it should have been done. It should be done with the MIG. It'll be a lot quicker, and then you can sort of sand it back. So yeah, so I'll have to get in without the TIG, and it's probably take a little bit longer, but that's all right. We'll it's all I've got to use. So yeah, but yeah, no, it's looking pretty good. So you can see the angles there. Sort of, it's going to have quite a flow in there. So yeah, all in all, I think it's going to look really good. Once it's all sanded back flush, it'll look pretty good. So anyhow, I'll keep you in the loop. Let's get it welded up and go from there. Well, that was
yeah, let's just say that was fun. That took me around 6 hours to sand back all those welds. It's safe to say I do not want to work with an orbital for a very long time. Yeah, so look, it was a lot harder than I thought. You know, obviously I might not have the right tools for the job, or you know, industrial grade for that kind of heavy sanding. And also, obviously, it had the TIG weld. I didn't have the MIG. The MIG will fill a lot more weld, and so you know, you're not going to be thinning out the welds as much. I did have to go over a few of the welds and fill them back out. So, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I'll show you now. Have a quick look at this. So they actually do put a nice angle on it, so you can sort of see it from there. The original one would have gone down here. So yeah, that's what it looks like there on that side, and amazingly I've got them pretty similar, so quite happy with the job. And now that'll line up with my flares, and eventually when I extend the flares with alley ones, that'll be really nice. It'll line up. So yeah, so that's now ready for paint. I will be taking that down to my mate, his panel shop, and we'll get that all painted up in the sandy taupe, so it'll be color matched. And the bash plate and winch cradle and all that will be a textured black powder coat, so it'll be basically a two-tone. So yeah, so that's the first part of the video done on the Offroad Creative bull bar. Obviously, like I got this without knowing the extensions on. You can order those on things, which I'd highly recommend doing. Don't do it yourself. Get the boys to do it there. They do it all day, every day. They know what they're doing. So yeah, so that's the first part of the video series. Second part will be covering the installation of the bull bar, the winch. Probably go through all the cabling, hooking up all the lights. That'll probably be maybe a two-part video or something. I don't know. I'll just see how it goes. I'm new to this whole videoing everything and process, so yeah, just yeah, thanks for watching, and as usual, appreciate your time, and yeah, please leave any comments if you have any questions. I'll put a link into Offroad Creative, I'll put a link into the bull bar, and yeah, go from there. Anyhow, we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.